The rehearsal of identity. You become what you practice, so practice power. Not just once, not when you feel inspired, not when it's convenient. Every day, every hour, every decision, because life is rehearsal. Every moment, every habit, every reaction is a vote for the person you are becoming. And if you're not intentional, you will rehearse weakness until it becomes who you are. The silent self-betrayals. You will practice quitting. You will practice procrastination. You will practice fear. You will rehearse indecision, overthinking, distraction, excuses, until it becomes your baseline. And no one has to destroy your dreams. You'll do it yourself. Not with one big mistake, but with 1,000 small ones. 1,000 tiny rehearsals of self-doubt. 1,000 quiet betrayals of who you know you could have been. Brain as muscle, neuroplasticity. But here's the shift. The same way you practiced weakness, you can practice strength. You can train belief. You can sharpen clarity. You can build resilience like a muscle. And it starts by understanding this. You're always becoming. There is no pause button. You are either training greatness or tolerating decay. Practice in isolation, alley at dawn. When you hit snooze, you're practicing avoidance. When you show up late, you're practicing disrespect. When you justify laziness, you're rehearsing failure. But when you do the hard thing, even when it's small, you are practicing power. When you speak with clarity instead of shrinking, when you rise instead of rationalize, when you commit instead of coast, you are writing a new identity with your actions. And this isn't theory. This is neuroscience. The circuits you fire together wire together. Every repetition engraves a pattern. That's how champions are built, not in public, but in the quiet, boring, relentless grind. Stillness as training. Muhammad Ali didn't become a legend in the ring. He became a legend at 5 a.m., before the world was watching. Kobe Bryant didn't wait for practice to start. He was already sweating while the arena lights were still dark. Their greatness was not an accident. It was a habit. So what are you practicing? Because mediocrity doesn't require a plan. It only requires inaction. But excellence, that's built by intent, by waking up and declaring, I will practice greatness today. You don't need motivation. You need identity. You need to look in the mirror and see the version of yourself who doesn't negotiate with weakness. Because the world will offer you 1,000 chances to settle, to blend in, to play small. But you weren't built to be average. You weren't built to coast. You were built to lead, to stretch, to defy gravity with discipline. Power is a verb, and you don't get there by wishing. You get there by training. Train your thoughts. Train your posture. Train your energy. Train how you speak to yourself when no one else can hear. Because that inner dialogue, it's your script. And every day you read it, you rehearse it, until it becomes your performance. So choose wisely. Script of the mind. Don't speak fear into your future. Don't speak smallness into your story. Don't rehearse defeat and expect to perform with power. You want change? Then start with your daily reps. How you walk, how you breathe, how you treat the task you hate. That's the training. Power isn't just presence. It's precision. It's pattern. It's practiced under pressure. Building the unseen. So when the pressure comes, and it will, you don't collapse. You respond. You step in. You lead. Because you practiced that response 1,000 times when no one saw. You don't rise to the occasion. You fall to your level of preparation. So practice power. Practice showing up early. Practice leading with truth. Practice letting go of what you can't control. Final alignment. Practice generosity. Practice gratitude. Practice stillness in chaos. These aren't just virtues, they're disciplines. And discipline isn't cold. Discipline is love in action. It's saying, I believe in who I'm becoming more than I care about how I feel right now. Because feelings are fleeting. But character, that's forged. And you forge it in the fire of repetition. You forge it when you stop waiting for the perfect day, the perfect energy, the perfect mood. You show up anyway. You train anyway. You speak life anyway. And every time you do, you put another brick in the foundation of an unstoppable life. The people who rise, they didn't feel like it every day. They built systems. They built rituals. They built standards. They didn't practice being perfect. They practiced being consistent. They practiced clarity when they were confused, action when they were afraid, purpose when they were surrounded by noise. And over time, they became unshakable. So ask yourself now, what are you practicing? Because the version of you you're rehearsing today is the one you're becoming tomorrow. You want power? Then live like power is a verb, not a title, not a destination, but a daily act. So practice it, train it, become it.